Today, boys and girls, I am going to be reading to you First Snow in the Woods. And this book is by Carl Sands II and Jane Stoic. For those who protect wild places and love wild things. The northern lights faded bright to dim, like a distant torch flickering across the cold night sky. The owl had seen all this before, but something was different. Something told him tonight he must begin a long journey south. In a morning meadow far away, fog tiptoed in without a sound. Dew sparkled on fragile webs where a family of deer grazed. A soft breeze crossed the meadow and whispered, "Do you know what's happening?" The spider spun her web and tied up a fly into another tasty bundle. In the same meadow, a woolly bear inched his way along a fern, then onto another, chew, chew, chewing, doing what woolly bears do. A dragonfly waited patiently for his wings to dry. He had hatched during the midsummer green, long, long ago in dragonfly time. When will the new season begin? When dragonflies no longer fly. As the summer faded, the sweet nectar plants no longer flowered. Soon, the monarch would follow a distant memory. On the fragile wings, his heart's song would lead him to a tropical garden thousands of miles away. The hummingbird heard the same green song playing in his head, a gentle memory of a faraway place. The tiny traveler would leave the meadow that morning. It was a time of change. Dewy webs hung on goldenrod and covered the morning fields. So many woodland birds had left their distant places, taking their songs with them. At the edge of the woods, a small squirrel chattered. The sun melted the frost from the meadow, pushing away the fog and warning the shadows. "Are you listening?" asked Mother Doe, standing quietly. "It's happening. The frost has silenced the wings of the dragonflies. The new season is here," she bleated softly. Leaf by leaf, the green world gave way to blazing reds and golds. The painted turtle climbed onto a rock, warming himself in the fading rays of the sun. "Soon I will bury myself into the thick mud and sleep until spring. It's what turtles do." A red maple leaf held stubbornly, twisting and turning on its stem. "Let it happen," mudged the breeze. And so it did, breaking away soundlessly, floating down, twisting and turning. The fawn was paying attention. "Why are the leaves falling? Why is my coat changing? Where have so many of the birds gone?" asked the fawn. "All things change," Mother Doe spoke in a gentle voice. "All creatures must prepare and be ready to follow the heart song." The fawn didn't feel ready. Did he even have a heart song? Yet, as the evening slowly darkened the woods, he felt safe with his mother at his side. Each night stole more light from the day and held back the morning sun. Honking geese flew across the sky, announcing the changing season. The raccoon poked his head out of a snug hole in a tree to listen to the morning sounds and sniff the cool air. He'd hunted frogs and crayfish in the moonlight along the muddy pond. At daybreak, he overturned rotted bark, finding plump grubs and runaway beetles. His heart song had played softly in his head. Can you feel it? It's coming. Good morning, said the two mice, peeking out from under the leaves. Today is the day, they both agreed. Today is the day, questioned the fawn, with frosted breath. I don't understand. It's true. I've heard it too. The great gray owl is on his way, down from the far north, called out the chickadee, dee dee. Are you ready, dee dee? Ready? Ready for what? Questioned the fawn, as Mother Doe just kept munching her acorns. The snowshoe hare balanced a white paw on a small tree as she chewed its tender needles. Soon her fur would be totally white. In winter, white is good. Suddenly, a dark shadow soared above the rabbit's head. The great gray owl landed ruffled feathers on the top of a swaying spruce. He had ridden the north winds many miles with the storm on his tail. Creatures of the forest, prepare. The first winter storm is here. But I'm not ready, said the fawn, standing all alone. The snowflakes floated downward, covering the meadow. What is happening? Why can't everything stay the same? The wind turned colder and the snow fell harder. The robin agreed. He wished he had left earlier, leaving his sweet berries behind. Hey, where's your home? Called out the frantic chipmunk. Don't you know? You need a hole. Here, I'll help you dig. I'll make it big. A hole in the ground? Wondered the fawn. He shook his head. But where is my home? Where should I go? I'm not ready. You are ready, Mother Doe spoke softly as she appeared out of the storm. You are ready for the first snow of the season. Come, follow me. We will travel with the rest of our family to the cedar swamp. There, we'll find food and shelter and escape the winter winds. The owl watched from above as the small family of deer made their way down to the low ground where the cedar trees grow thick. Whistling winds and white snow swirled and whirled all through the night, and then silence. The fawn woke up with deep snow all around him. The whiteness made him blink. Nicely done. You are prepared. You're almost as plump as me, said the fox squirrel, and that thick winter coat will keep you warm and dry. As the fawn looked about, he heard the familiar calls of the winter birds, chickadees, cardinals, and blue jays. A calm came over him as he listened to the falling snow softly. Now, he knew he was ready. He had found his winter home. He had heard his heart song. The end.